At ease, brothers. I am soul. What does it mean to be a God? What does it mean to be a God? Now, I wanted to talk about this, brothers, because I'm always, making this comment. I'm always saying that I am a God, that we are gods. Even in my intro, brother Bobby Hemmett, the legendary Bobby Hemmett, is talking about we are gods, right? But what does it really mean? Just generally speaking, it's talking about a person knowing who they are, right? Knowing what they're capable of. And when I say that, what I mean is it's a person understanding that we are born in the likeness of our creator, which means we have the ability to move like our creator, to create like our creator, right? And we've gone through that whole spiel. The video I made yesterday when I was talking about Neville's last message, I kind of went down through there about the creation process and then how man denies his own harvest. Being a God is being fully aware that the world that we see, the trial, the tribulations, the blessings, whatever, all that stuff is due to us. So being a God, one side of it is man understanding that he's the creator, right? On the other side, it's a man understanding that he can never die. Like when I talk about immortality, I'm simply talking about a man tapping into a source that has always existed and that can never die. Even in the Bible, when the messenger talked about, he said, "Some of you shall never taste death." That's what he was talking about. Some of you will plug into that source so deep that you understand that you'll live forever. You know what I'm saying? But this is just generally speaking, man, on what it means to be a God. And I think that when a lot of people grasp these concepts, they tend to get lost in the sauce because there's more to it than that. A lot of people will get this general knowledge and their chest will pump up and they think that to be a God means to roam this world as if you're greater than those that are unaware that they're gods, right? But it's the exact opposite. You know what I'm saying? It's the understanding that all is one. You can't, and I've said this before, man. I've said this a number of times. You can't roam this world saying that I'm a God or I have a certain knowledge of God, and you still look at your brothers or your sisters without love. In other words, you can't look at a man whose skin color is not yours, whose religion is not yours, whose rituals and practices are not like yours, and say that you are a God. You can't get on this internet and bash women saying, there's no hope, all the hell without, and say that you are a God. You know what I'm saying? You have to see the God in everybody. Even when I talk about the 95% women, I still see the God in most of these women. And to be honest, that's probably what got me in trouble some time ago, being able to see that goodness in in people that were moving wrong, right? But that's another video. But the part that a lot of people don't understand about what it means to be a God is seeing your brothers and sisters as gods as well, right? It's about being equal. You also, you can look at even in the Bible, man, when the messenger with his disciples, right? His disciples were following him. And there's a part in the Bible where it said the messenger was washing the feet of his disciples. That was to show that, hey, you know what, brothers, like I know y'all look at me like XYZ, like I'm this. He said, but brother, we're here. You are what I am. And that's how God's move, man. It's all about being a servant, man. Being a God is being a servant on this planet. And I'm telling you, a lot of people don't understand that, man. Being a God is being a servant, brothers. This happened to me the other day, man. I was, let me say this. There's a man that lives out here. And I'm almost safe to say there's only one homeless person out here in this area, this area where I live at, man. And I saw this brother about a year ago. And this is what I remember, man. I remember pulling out of a gas station on the main highway out here from me, and I saw this man walking, and he had a lot of bags, and I could just see the energy around him because I've been there. I could see the energy around him, and I could understand that this brother had just probably lost a job or lost because he was trimmed up, a healthy man. He was glowing, vibrant, but he had this energy about him as if he had just lost life. You know what I mean? And I saw this brother walking with his bags and all this stuff. I said, that brother's going through something. And over the next few months, I would see this brother in different places. He might be sitting in front of a store. He might be, walking down this same strip. And over the months, man, I could see everything about him changing. He started, gaining a lot of weight. I guess he was eating unhealthy foods. His ankles were swelling. He was starting to walk. And every once in a while, I would see him, sleeping in front of a store, right? And this is over the last year. The other day, man, I was at Subway, and I remember it was just starting to rain, brothers. And I was walking out, and right before I got to my vehicle, I could see a glimpse of this brother right behind me, right on the corner of the store. And I remember I set my food down, and I went over there and talked to him, man. And this is the thing when you talk to people, like people when they're down and out like this, brothers. Like this is, and people do this without knowing it. When people go and see someone and they're homeless, they automatically talk to them as if they're less than, even if they don't understand it. And I didn't know this until I was in a position of being less than. And I didn't like how people came at me. I could feel that they could see my energy and they came at me like that. Anyway, I remember talking to this brother, man. It wasn't but a 30-second conversation. I said, hey, man, what's going on, man? I said, I see you out here walking, this. I said, anything I can do for you? And he said, man, he said, nah, man, I'm good, bro. He said, if you could just take me to Walmart and drop me off at Walmart, man, that will help me out a lot, man. Now, Walmart is on the other side of the intersection. It's probably about two, maybe 3 football fields away. But this brother's ankles are so swole, I could understand. I said, man, that's probably a challenging walk. So I said, yeah, man, get in the car, right? So we get in the car, and in this 3-minute drive, we talking to him, man, and I'm trying to uplift him. And I say uplift him, I'm trying to uplift him by just asking him some real world questions, man. Like, hey, with your brothers and sisters, man, like what kind of things are you into? What were your passions? What kind of career were you in? To make him feel human again, right? And the brother just got to talking. And when I got in front of Walmart, man, he was getting ready to get out. Man, I went in my wallet and I gave him everything I had. Every dollar I had, man, I gave it to him, man. And the brother was grateful, right? And the thing is this. Getting to what I'm saying. When I pulled off, brother, I was so grateful. I was so grateful that God presented himself in front of me that, in order that I could serve him. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I really want to say, but this is what I'm really trying to get to. Like people think that, when they're up and they're winning, you don't understand that it's the exact same thing when you're down and out. And let me try to explain this, brothers. What I'm really saying is, like when I had the opportunity to serve that man, to give him a ride, to give him money, to give him encouragement, in my mind, I was serving God. In my mind, that man was God. But at the same time, it's the exact same on the opposite end. When I was down and out, when I didn't have, no money, no food, and somebody came to help me, I saw that person as God. You know what I'm saying? So to be a God means to be a servant. To be a God is to understand that there is no, someone is winning, someone is not. It's all one equal playing field. So when someone can help me, that's God coming into my life to help me. And it's the same gratitude when I can help someone else, because I understand that we are all gods. All of us, even those that don't know they're gods are gods. You know what I'm saying? I thought about this. I thought about in the Bible when the messenger was saying, and I don't know where it is exactly, or I don't know exactly how it was said, but I think it said like there's going to be a time when people are going to say, no, man, like I love the messenger and I loved the message. And it said like, and it said like, the messenger said like, you don't even know me. Like you don't love me. You capping. You know, he said, when I was hungry, you didn't feed me. When I was thirsty, you didn't give me drink. When I needed, when I needed a ride, and I'm paraphrasing, you wasn't there for me. When you knew my lights got cut out, you didn't help me out. And you say you love me? You say you love God? But you drive by God walking on the street every single day? It's like, brother, you have no idea who I am. And brother, when I think about that's what that's saying is everybody is God. When people say they want to serve God and they think that taking their little 10% and give it to the church is serving God, brother, you don't know who God is. And I've said this before, man. People do all these things that are great and and it's like, brother, your neighbor right next door is suffering. You know what I'm saying? Your mother, your grandparents don't have lights on, but you feel like taking your 10% or doing a number of other things is serving God, man. Serving God is serving your brother and your sister. That's the largest part of being a God, man. That's the largest part of being a God, man, is understanding that God is the people we interact with every day. You know what I'm saying? So simply, when I say what does it mean to be a God, it's simply recognizing the God in other people.